Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T here from TonysPicks.com with you here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Different live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. Join us in the chat. Of course, get the plays in real time. So if you want to get down in the games, you want to get the best numbers. So do that. Join us here live on the show. Make note of our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys. So go ahead and post your picks in the comments below, if you would. Of course, we are TonysPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the link to the hot cappers, get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You'll see Mindy been on absolute fire, near 4,000 units for this year in 2023. Nick has been on fire, Ramon as well. Your capper Joshua doing great. Morning Steam as well. You can take a look at here some top performances. All plays are documented on our site at TonysPicks.com. Use a third-party service for the lines, for the scorers, and for the grading. You can verify that by clicking all the cappers, the handicapper pages. Go down to pick history, and these pages are graded very quickly. So you'll see them graded immediately and records updated very quickly once they go final. That's part of the line service we pay for. We pay a lot for it, so it's well worth it. Also, too, our latest premium picks there on the center of the page from our cappers. We're locked and loaded here from Monday's action. Also, check out our best bets. The cappers can release one best bet from each sport per day. That was kind of a user feature. You said we've often got a lot of comments from the live chats, from the phones, from people who want to know. I like to know the capper's best play of the day and from their each sport. And that's why we created this best bet module. So you can see there, locked and loaded here with best bets here for today's action. Also, that $15 premium pick is a promotional item. Each capper can designate one of their plays as a $15 premium pick to introduce our service to new and existing customers. A site owner told me to do this on the 15th, so I said, okay, I'll do it. So there you go on that as well. You know, some of us, we exchange ideas. We've got some people we're close to. 3-packs offer great value. Of course, this design is our design. We designed this ourselves. But anyway, that 3-pack, as you can see there, offer and no longer offer great value there. And so you can see that there, locked and loaded profit guarantee. Each course profit guarantee. These plays must turn a profit or the amount you purchase credit back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. I had this back in 2007 with my first multi-capper site, EA Picks. Go back to the Wayback Machine. You'll see that design. I also had the pick ticker I invented back then. And my reason why that site didn't work is because I put on its own domain. I should have listened to my business partners I have now who's told me, Tony, put that on your own domain. It'll do better. I didn't listen to him. Now I did. This is much better having it on my own domain, Tony's Picks. I was too selfish back in those days. So now I've learned my lesson and it's cranking. It was the best thing we've done with this site. So you can see it right here. Pick ticker, team versus team information. So a lot of these features are a lot of my own that I created back in 2006, 2005 with EA Picks. Again, you can go back to Wayback Machine, just type in eapicks.com. And you'll see that a lot of this is taken from a lot of those ideas are implemented here. Others may take credit, but again, you guys can go back and see the Wayback Machine, and you can see a lot of the stuff. I was the first to have credit using credits here for these guarantee plays, and you'll see that module there. There's also pay after you win that I created a white label for. So I've done a lot of the stuff is my ideas here, guys. So you can see it there for yourself. All right, let's get this one underway here on Game Day Picks. Let's go ahead and let you know who's on the show today. We got Ramon Scott and Mindy Han. So let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. Let's go ahead and welcome in Mindy Han. You'll find her over at TonysPicks.com where she's been an absolute fire. You've seen her at top of the leaderboards. We'll bring in right now. I think we're ready to roll here with Mindy Han. Mindy, what's happening?
Lots of daytime hockey, right,
Yes.
Tony? It's exciting.
Yes.
So, morning team, we took the under in that Senators Blues game. So far, so good. We're looking good with only a quarter to go.
Yeah, so far so good. If you had Ducks money line, that 2-0 lead blew away quick, and they're in trouble here, Florida on the power play. So we'll see how that one rolls. Of course, if it's Anaheim, you know what's going to happen. So anyway, here we go tonight, 7:30 Eastern time. We got I like your Nebraska hat today. They helped me a lot yesterday.
Good. That's what I look for, helping other people out.
That's right. Delaware State here against South Carolina State. Delaware State made some headlines probably a few years ago when they went to UNLV and won outright as a massive underdog. But anyway, Delaware State here laying 2, total 146.5.
Yeah, this South Carolina State team is 5-21, while Delaware State cranking it out at 5-20. So yeah, I mean, neither one of these teams here are particularly good, of course. So that's why I'm going to just go ahead and take a look at the total here today. I have this one actually going over the total. All of my modeling here that I take a look at, like the year-long averages, home and away records, head-to-head matchups, rolling averages in conference play, I have those all going over here, the total. Delaware State, they're actually, 5 points better on the season in scoring where they had been at the beginning of the season, but they're allowing 9 more points here on defense. And then if I take a look at, the Delaware State, it's kind of the same thing, right? They're still allowing, 5 points more on offense getting 5 more points on offense and allowing about 5 more points here on defense. But South Carolina State kind of currently holds a little bit of edge here on the offense, and Delaware State, they're a little bit better on defense today. But other than that, everything is pretty matched pretty evenly, like the spread here kind of dictates as well. But if I take a look at maybe tempo, I would say that South Carolina State has a little bit of the edge. But my modeling has this one total points of about 148 to 151. The last game ended at 142, but ultimately 171 in overtime. So again, if I take a look at these two teams where they didn't quite make this, 146.5 total before, but they're both scoring 5 more points, better on offense, I definitely think we have potential to get this one over today. Like it. Over 146.5.
Yeah, Mindy has said go over 146.5, South Carolina State and Delaware State. And of course, when you kind of look at defensive form here, Mindy, with these two teams, you can understand the over here as they're not trending very well defensively. Just some brutal numbers here. Here, looking here at South Carolina State, giving up over 50% shooting over their past 5. And of course, Delaware State gave about 47% here in that same period.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not really looking too good for either of these teams, right? And if I take a look at just even some trends, right? They're 5-0. South Carolina State's last 5 games following an ATS loss. And if I take a look at both of these two teams, I don't know. They really like to play on Mondays. They're going over the total. They're 9-3 on Monday games, both of these guys. So I think that they could go ahead and, like I said, keep up the scoring. Not much defense. Play at a pretty fast pace. So I think they can make it.
Yeah, I mean, since January 7th, South Carolina State has given up 50% or greater in all but 2 games against the conference. That's pretty brutal.
It is bad.
All right, we got South Carolina State and Delaware State over 146.5. This one will have a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's go over at TonysPicks.com for today's action. Of course, today we got we have a few hockey games still left on the board. We have a lot of afternoon action here on this holiday Monday here for today. A few here from the NHL. A pretty big college basketball card because the Big West decided to put everybody in action tonight. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so a couple more hockey games coming up here in about 50 minutes or so. So we'll have even more afternoonish action. But yeah, today I just have the one play in the NHL today. That's going to be in the late game tonight. And then I also have 3 plays in college basketball. So it's kind of one of those, like today we have really big, heavy favorites in hockey. And we kind of have the same way. To me, it kind of seemed like we're looking at 8 to 10 points, a lot of, spreads out there. And those are some of the games that I kind of tend to, to stay away from a little bit. So I do have, I think, a pretty good mix of games here today with the 3-pack in college basketball. And of course, I did 2 best bets. One in college basketball and one in hockey, of course. So yeah, I'm keeping everything going, looking for another good night here again, Tony. But, that's what we talk about daily, right? If you're not wanting to play all of these a la carte, make sure you get something a little bit long-term. I did go ahead and just move my college basketball package. I put it up for $144. You can get that for the rest of the season. You can get all of my plays there. Up 682 units in college basketball. So feeling like I'm seeing the card pretty well. And, it's going to be a good time to get this season-long, the rest of the month or so package to really get you through March Madness, Tony.
That's right. Again, aboard here with Mindy over at Tony's Picks. We'll flash the numbers up again for you where she's been on absolute fire here. We've got here 39.19 units of profit for 2023 based on $100 wager there. It's been on fire here. So Mindy today in action today with college basketball 3-pack up there, as well as an NHL guaranteed best bet for primetime action as well. Also, college basketball guaranteed best bet here in primetime action as well. So a lot of primetime action up here from Mindy. So get on board. You've seen the great results here. These are profit guarantee, meaning the most turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That is profit guarantee. Also, the longer term passes, we've been talking about that is a really good value here. Here we are on a Monday, but you know what? I think that with the way Mindy's running, you should consider that 1 month all sports pass. You get all of Mindy's premium plays here for 30 days. That would include all of Mindy's, of course, her NBA returns here on Thursday, as well as her NHL. Of course, college basketball. There's a lot of coverage here with college basketball. Remember, the conference tournaments begin next Monday. The A-Sun with their first round gets it underway here, and the A-Sun closes off their regular season on Friday. And then that week, next week, we're gonna have a lot of the small conferences beginning some of their conference tournaments, some campus site games or whatnot. So we're already getting into the conference tournament action starting on Monday in the A-Sun, and then a lot of smaller conferences for next week as well, as teams are starting to wrap up their conference play. Also, so that 1 month pass includes all your conference tournament action, includes NCAA tournament action here with those first 4 games that go off on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we have that round of 64 that go off Thursday, Friday, and every game from the round of 32 on that Saturday, Sunday is also covered, as well as some of the minor tournaments the following week. So it's a great time to get on board with Mindy's 1 month pass. Lots of volume here. That's about half the NCAA tournament, if not more than half, that first week, right? Because they whittle teams down. They whittle teams down to 16, right? So you'll have all those games when they whittle to 16. So there you go with that 1 month pass. You could use the promo code TonyT at checkout and you'll save 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you'll land right on Mindy's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at TonysPicks Mindy for more picks. They can also check you out there with Ramon in the mornings on Saturdays through Thursday with that morning steam, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And you also post the game lineup in our Discord.
That's right. So we're busy folks over here at TonysPicks. But yeah, you could go to my Twitter page at TonysPicks Mindy, where I put out another NCAA college basketball pick for you today to take a look at. Make sure you go ahead and hit the follow button, the retweet, and make sure you click on the bell to get the notifications, because you never want to miss out when we put out these free picks on Twitter. And then, yeah, you can get into Discord, which is part of our morning steam function. Discord's a little bit of a chat room where we do put in the morning steam lineup for the following day. So yeah, we're looking for your picks, your predictions, your props, the games you're looking forward to the following day, how you did your bets. I mean, all of it, right? And then also make sure you check us out every day. Oh, almost every day. I like to say every day. It feels like it sometimes. But yeah, every Saturday through Thursday. Friday is our only day off. You can see us at 8 a.m. Central Time. It's a nice place where, you know, we can take a look at the first look of line movements, the steam, where the sharps are at, the injuries, a place where like-minded people can go and just kind of hang out in the morning. It's a fun place to be. You know, we do chat about, you know, wrestling and, you know, President's Day and all the kind of good stuff. So yeah, it's a fun place to be, to get your information, your due diligence, so you can go ahead and make the most out of your profits every day with your picks.
Well, it looks like somebody's making the most out of the product. Looks like a new truck up there. So guys, get up. Yeah, that's right. So lots of great stuff over here, guys. We've got a great community here at TonysPicks. And of course, you can go over to our Discord. We have the link there in our chat room. Just click it and get on over there. And a lot of great sports betting discussions here. And we're pretty much like-minded. As you know, here on our channel, we give you the picks, we give you the data behind it, and a lot of analysis. And those folks that are like-minded kind of are attracted to our channel, and they kind of do the same thing on the Discord. So if that's what you're looking for, you'll find it there. A lot of guys up putting their plays in there and you know, helping each other out. That's really what it's all about there. It's a lot of, we don't even know, there's not a lot of nonsense, and we don't really I think just based on our tone here, it's not attracting those folks that just want to that are looking to be nonsensical and just want to what I'm talking about. It's a mature area there with like-minded adults who just like to do it in a civil way. So guys, check it out over on Discord. Of course, you can find Mindy as well over on TonysPicks. Mindy with more social media content up there as well, and of course that morning Steam show. You can check the replay right now over on YouTube channel, or you can check it out over on our podcast. It's TonysPicks is the podcast TonysPicks on all major platforms. So if you prefer to listen to it on your iPad or on your way home, check out the show that way as well. All right, Mindy, as always, great having your show. We got the big one up there.
Yep,
yeah,
the big dog.
Yeah, the big dog. The big dog is here on Monday. So I heard they were a little yesterday. They were a little restless with each other, weren't they? Going at each other.
Oh, yeah, they had this one over here.
Oh no.
So what happens is the big dog will step on her or something, and then she takes it out on the medium-sized dog, Nikki, and so those two will fight. So yeah, she was a little bit angry yesterday.
Whitney, right? Whitney?
Yep, Whitney
is there.
Yeah, she's the firecracker.
The firecracker there. All right, we got her settled down today. There's Whitney. All right, Mindy.
They were fighting literally under the table.
That's right. That's pretty cool.
I thought Ramon's like, what kind of horror show are we on?
Absolutely. Pretty cool. You could hear they were growling each other. It was pretty funny. All right, Mindy, have a great afternoon. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. See ya.
You got it. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. All right, guys, we'll continue on here on the show. I'd like to appreciate all the comments here. My comment sheet, I got to find another comment program. I don't run the comments on the same computer as my software just because I try to keep the load as light as possible on my software. Just trying to see what's happening here with this YouTube Live software. I got to figure out, find that what's a little more reliable. All right, let's appreciate all the comments up there. Evan as well, TJ Harvey as well. Appreciate everyone's contribution. Blake as well in the chat room, join the chat in there. Really good discussion going on. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time to welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at TonysPicks.com. Catch him on the morning Steam here Saturday through Thursday. Bring in Ramon right now. Ready to roll with Ramon. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, we're watching hockey today.
Yeah.
Hockey. Everybody knows President's Day and hockey, synonymous.
That's right. They absolutely do. Hockey. That's right. Back in the East Coast game. That's where the country started, back east. But right now, Ducks still 2. They killed the power play. So it's still 2-2 in that one. Third period, and 2-1 Boston in the third. So we got some games beginning pretty soon as well. But tonight, of course, is college basketball, heavily with the mid-majors tonight. A few on the board here from the top conference. But we got Norfolk State here hosting Coppin. Norfolk favored here, total 154.
Oh, the disrespect, Tony, on the typo down there. I won't give you a hard time on that. Coppin deserves
Coppin.
An L because they specialize in L's at Coppin this season, don't they? They're 1-9 in the MEAC. Give you a little more MEAC action here along with Mindy. Coppin, Tony, that's just 6-21 this year. Of course, they're pretty bad, but we're here to give Norfolk State some love. The Spartans are 8-2 in the MEAC, still a chance for the regular season title, but they are a game back, of course, of Morgan. We talked about that game today on the morning Steam. Morgan leading the conference, but Norfolk comes in here a pretty big favorite, 2 touchdowns against Coppin State tonight. You know, Norfolk has a Player of the Year candidate in Joe Bryant. No, not Kobe's dad, but Joe Bryant, 17 points per game scorer, one of the best players, leading Player of the Year candidate, I would think, in the MEAC this year. And they also have a 6'10" man, Chris Bankston, in the middle, one of the best field goal shooters actually in the country, kind of dominates the conference inside and has his way down low. So they've really got some pretty good scorers for this level for Norfolk. You know, Norfolk's played one of those typical schedules that a lot of these teams in the MEAC and SWAC play each other, but then also play a bunch of teams to get paid. But they were respectable in some of the games. Their losses, they lost to Howard, of course. I meant to say Howard on top of the standings, not Morgan, of course. But they lost to Howard, the conference leader. Make no mistake, Howard on top. They lost to Morgan. That's what I wanted to get at. But they did come back and beat Morgan in their last game, so they revenged their only one of their conference losses. Of course, Howard, that'll be another story for the next game. But against Morgan, they just won 72-50. Bankston had 23 points. They led that one in the revenge game, 35-20 at halftime. Norfolk's losses this season were to Baylor, UCLA, Houston, Nevada, and ODU. So they, played teams out of their conference, of course, pretty tough teams for the most part. And, well, didn't win any of them, but built them up just fine. They're 19-7 right now, heading in to the conference tournament after we complete the rest of the schedule out here. Coppin, they've got a Player of the Year candidate of their own. You might remember this player, guys, Sam Sessoms, the former Penn State player. He had 37 points in the game versus Howard just on Saturday. They only lost to Howard by 10 points. They trailed 37-33, but I think that was Coppin's big moment right there, actually, to stay in that game with Howard, with Sessoms. Sessoms' story, though, is, a little bit widely told, but if you don't know, just over a year and a half ago, Sessom's younger brother was killed in a shooting that also severely injured his father, his basketball mentor, if you will. And, of course, Sessom's younger brother looked up to his big brother so much. Remember him jumping over the railing and making a big scene when he played for Binghamton and won a game there with the start of his career. Sessom's a fifth-year player. He's averaging 21 points a game. He's a very good player, but Coppin just he's on his fifth year coming from over from Penn State, but Coppin just not able to hang. The first meeting, Norfolk, Tony, won 90-60 at Coppin. So they won by 30 on the road in this matchup, coming here favored by just 15. Coppin 1-10 against the spread, off of a spread loss, off that loss to Howard. They also are 4-14 against the spread on the road. Meanwhile, Norfolk, not only are they 6-3 against the spread at home, but long time, and a lot of this is conference work. Norfolk 35-17-3 in their last 55 home games against the spread. That's obviously approaching 70% spread winner at home over the last 55 games. That stretches obviously over 2 seasons. So Norfolk, one of the best spread teams at home in the country. Coppin, they shoot just 43%, and the sharps are on Coppin. Good for them. I'll take where the public money's at and lay the points. Lay 15 points with Norfolk State here.
All right. Ramon says go ahead and lay it with Norfolk State. Why not? Because when you've been laying it with Norfolk at home, they've been getting the job done. Right? They pounded Morgan. They pounded Delaware. They beat NC Central, some of the better teams there. But again, they've gotten the job done against South Carolina State as well. Didn't cover that one, but missed it by a point there. But when you look at Coppin, these are these bad. Again, this is this concern here. If you're laying points with Coppin, just look at the defensive numbers. And remember, these are the bad defensive numbers against some lower rated conferences.
No doubt. They allow 85.5 points per game. So gave up 90 to Coppin at home. Coppin averages 77 a game, but in a matchup like this, they should be able to meet their 85 quota, I would think, if you think Coppin allowing 85 points per game. So Norfolk's a fun team to watch, no doubt about it. They're a team that, if they could somehow win that conference tournament against Howard, I think they're actually ahead of Howard, for example, in the KP ratings. So I don't know where that necessarily. They still would have to somehow win that tournament over Howard, and that's where one of those two teams will end up, obviously in the play-in game. But Norfolk, to me, with a player like Bryant, could stun in the. Usually it's a pretty interesting matchup where they do and might have a chance to win that first game. So Norfolk, the Spartans, they're a team to watch. Also watch for Kaheem Brown. He's one of the top 25 free throw shooters in the nation, Kaheem Brown. So good team to watch, Norfolk. They'll be blowing them out tonight, I would think, for sure. But interesting matchup. Bryant and Sessoms, two high-scoring players. Sessoms, the leading scorer in the MEAC, certainly, and his story is a tragic one, no doubt, and a nice player in there. He'll be the leading, like I said, 37 points on Saturday against first place Howard. They only lost by 10 points. I just feel like, Tony, that was their game of the year for Coppin to be in it with Howard at halftime on a Saturday, and now here you got a Monday night game on the road against a team you just lost to by 30 points. It's not about revenge in a situation like this. It's hard to get up for something like that.
Yeah, you're looking at the 351st ranked Coppin State here in efficiency on the KP ratings out of 300 and 361 now, I think 363 teams. So pretty brutal there for the Coppin State. All right, we got Ramon here, Norfolk, lane 15 against Coppin. This one to have a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at TonysPicks.com. Again, you put up some fantastic numbers here over the past 30 days. 2,700 and 46 units of profit. That is all documented over at TonysPicks.com. Over 1,100 units of profit in college hoops, showing great profit in NBA as well. MMA also showing some great results. Soccer as well. Ramon has been 5 soccer plays, won 4 of those. So we're getting to that point where there's going to be some time where Ramon will start posting some of those plays as we don't have football and college football overlapping a lot of these sports. We're in kind of the 3 sports right now and being a little bit of a break till Thursday. So what do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Well, it's not XFL, but I did give you Houston in the chat the other day. 2-0 in my XFL, so I don't know, just throwing darts there. But, Tony, tonight it's about this college basketball card, obviously, and NHL with the NBA on hiatus until Thursday. So I've come up with a discount 5-pack for this holiday. Usually I charge $35 for 5 plays. Tonight I've got it for $30. Pick up my 5-pack. Profit guaranteed over at TonysPicks.com. 5 plays tonight, including action from the MEAC. Head on over to TonysPicks.com. Got picks on the main board as well. 4 of my plays from the main board, 1 on the extra board right now. I do like some of these extra board night games, and been doing pretty well on the extra board until last Monday night's games, but man, I almost can't lay off some of these schools. If you look at it, Tony, man, the MEAC and SWAC games are, to me, they just feel more predictable. My record indicates that it is, for me anyway, more predictable. I would imagine I'm no more special than you guys out there. I would think you guys might find the same if you can really dive into these numbers. I talked about Norfolk State and that spread record at home. Look, they don't play non-conference teams at home. This is all about conference. When you're talking about 2.5 years and a 35-17 spread record, and a lot of these home records in the conference are really what can help you determine in these 2 particular conferences. But anyways, Tony, it's my 5-pack tonight, including 4 games on the main board, and also I've got in the NHL, 2 more games on my card here, 1 more game on my card here tonight. There you see it, NHL holiday afternoon best bet. So I've got 1 more game still to come. I don't know if I'm going to be involved. I'm involved with Mindy on one of the games on the night card with the morning steam team. We were able to come to a consensus on 5 games today of the 11 games that we previewed. So you can also pick up our morning steam package. You don't want to go back and look at the YouTube videos or have to scroll around trying to find the game you want. You can pick up our morning steam picks as well over at TonysPicks.com. Promise you, they have been making money. You can see the documented records over at TonysPicks.com. I'm so proud, Tony, that Mindy and I pepper the leaderboards right now. Feels like we're almost better as a team since we've come together and done that show. It's kind of energized us into a certain focus that has been able to carry us to some pretty good numbers here on TonysPicks.com, and those numbers speak for themselves. Over the last 30 days, Tony, if you combine the numbers of Mindy and I, just $100 plays, you'd be up 5 times. Imagine that. That's almost like a job, and just playing $100 plays. And if you see cappers that are that hot, more likely you've stepped it up a little bit to increase those wagers even more, or playing those games even more anyways. If you're buying picks, you certainly got to pay a little bit more because you got to cover the cost of the picks with your friendly neighborhood tout here on TonysPicks.com. But really, we're really seeing the board well, obviously. And man, Mindy just almost every day cranking out that profit. She like setting the pace out there like a rabbit and trying to keep chase with her because she's doing so well. So it really inspires me to try to keep up right now with Mindy Hahn over at TonysPicks.com. So those are the packages right now, Tony, that you see there. Make sure you pick up my 3-day or my 7-day or even longer. It had some long-term subscribers, probably pretty satisfied with the recent results. So you can pick it up there as well, save even more money. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save 20% off all of those packages that I have to offer there at Tony's Picks.
That's right. Again, with Ramon Scott over at TonysPicks.com. Really good results as you see here. 2,700 416 is a profit last 3 days. That is all documented over at TonysPicks.com. Tonight on the board, Ramon in here with a college basketball holiday 5-pack from College Hoops. A profit guarantee must turn a profit. The amount you purchases there is credit back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Also a best bet here, holiday afternoon, beginning about half an hour from now. So get on board there with Ramon Scott with an NHL play. And of course, the long-term pass, as Ramon was talking about, you can try them out with a 3-day or the 7-day pass. But again, I think that monthly pass is a great value right now because of the college hoops that's in there, right? You get all your NBA and NHL here for 30 days, but the college basketball, a lot of volume of games here. When you think about this, remainder of the regular season from all conferences. Every conference tournament game premium is covered under there. NCAA tournament action is also covered in that 30-day all sports pass for that first 4 play-in rounds, Tuesday and Wednesday. Your round of 64 on Thursday and Friday, those 16 games each day. And of course, your round of 32 on Saturday and Sunday, those 8 games each day. So you'll be covered when they whittle it down to the Sweet 16. So that's the bulk of the NCAA tournament is covered under that one on 30-day all sports pass, as well as the Ramon's plays that he posts up there in NHL and NBA. And don't forget, he also posts plays here when there's UFC cards on Saturday. He'll post the UFC plays are also included. And if he continues to dig a little bit in soccer, that's also covered EPL and some of the European leagues as well with those peripheral sports. So keep an eye there and get signed up. Also want to make note here on the long-term passes is it's also covered in the long-term passes the late steam plays. And what are late steam? Well, the cappers well, most of the multi-capper sites, right? Just about all of them. Cappers have to have their plays in about 11 a.m. Eastern time for members. But what separates us from the rest of them is the fact that we allow the cappers to post plays late in the system, what we refer to as late steam plays, which are loaded between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Those are tagged and tracked as late steam. And those plays are emailed directly to the inbox of the subscribers. So the email that you use to subscribe to the service on the long-term passes, those are emailed. Whether you have a 3-day pass, you'll get his late steam for 3 days. You have a 1-month pass, you get the late steam for 1 month. But if you buy a 1-day pass, no late steam there because you're already told what you're getting. It's only for the long-term subscribers is the late steam, guys. So go ahead, and that will be included on the 1-month pass. So any play that Ramon puts in late in the system is included. Now you go back and check the leaderboards. Our leaderboards are really extensive here. You can check the capper's performance on best bets per sport or the best bet for everything. You can check the $15 premium performance. You can also check the best bet. And in there as well as you can check the performance of the late steam from your cappers. So that's another benefit for you. Again, we think put the user first, allow the user to track as much data as possible when they're shopping for the best capper. We basically think of you, the user, and provide you with a lot of data points to track the cappers and see which one fits your needs. Are you a late steam guy? Do you like the best bets? The $15 premium, you want to be able to track all their performances. You like totals, you like money lines, ATS. All that is trackable on our leaderboards, so you can make the best decision for you when you shop the cappers and get the long-term pass. Again, TonysPicks, we put the user first. You don't see a lot of pop-up ads. You don't have to. You don't see a lot of page view. You don't have to click a lot of pages to get where you want. Smart tab navigation on the home page. Get what you want, and that's basically designed for the user. All right, Ramon. Also, we put together a Twitter account for you over at TonysPicks Ramon. Also, the morning steam, and also more content you produce over at the Discord.
Yeah, and you can pick up my social media play of the day. It's coming to you in the I think the Bethune-Cookman Alabama State game. If I'm not no, UAPB and Texas Southern. That's my social media play of the day. Over on Twitter, log on to Twitter and pick up my winner in the game between Pine Bluff and Texas Southern over on Twitter at TonysPicks Ramon. Also check out my embedded videos on the site. I have the leaderboard video up at TonysPicks.com YouTube channel where I talk about all the leaders. Basically, it's me talking about Mindy again, and also a little bit of myself. And Tony, you've been hot over the last couple of days as well, and so has the GM. So, been a pretty good run. You look at how deep the leaderboard is today over at TonysPicks.com. I think it was 10 or 11 deep. Today with our handicappers. So pretty good day for the crew. Also, I got my sponsored video today that comes to you in the game between Mississippi Valley and Prairie View. So we're hanging out on a Monday board, Tony, no doubt about it. We'll be back tomorrow with more morning steam. I know the card's going to perk up a little bit tomorrow. Yeah, we got some good Big 12 action tonight, but also tomorrow some pretty good matchups coming up on the board tomorrow night, including Miami of Florida and Virginia Tech, Tennessee and Texas A&M. So we'll be back at it tomorrow with more morning steam. Right now, we got college basketball. We've got NHL for a few days until we get to some NBA action back when we return on Thursday. It'll be a 9-game card when we get back into action. And, well, Tony, I don't know. I saw where they said, Westbrook signs with LA, and I said, what? He went back, but no, it's the Clippers, and immediately the Clippers received a downgrade with the addition of Russell Westbrook, a team that already not a great shooting team, and they just got worse than that in that category. They added a player that probably is going to take them down a notch. I don't know if it'll be the Clippers' year now because they signed Russell Westbrook.
Yep, that's some news there for Clipper fans. Of course, you can find Ramon's social media play over at the homepage as well. Click on Premium Picks, and you'll find the leaderboard video up there as well. So go ahead and check out Ramon there. And, of course, the social media play as well over on Twitter is where you'll find Ramon here at TonysPicks Ramon. Yeah, the Clippers, interesting to see. I mean, I like Norman Powell. I mean, he's your bench guy. I don't understand the move. It's puzzling to me, and I'm also too puzzling with Utah. Well, maybe they want him to leave. They want to hurt some of the other teams that they're sending him to. So maybe that's strategic for Utah to just give him the buyout. That's again, you're getting bought out for a team that's in playoff contention. What does that really say about the player, right? He gets traded, and then the team that receives him, who's in the punt for the playoffs, buys him out. So again, there's two negatives there. I don't understand. Two teams say El Paso on him, and you take him in, and I don't know. Again, also there could be also factored into is you got Kawhi, you got Paul George in there. Maybe I think George and Westbrook are friends. They play with each other. I think there's connection there, right?
Oh yeah, it seems like a little click with all those guys, right? I mean, that's kind of how Westbrook ended up on the Lakers, but he just gets caught in some awkward, like on-camera moments, right, where it looks like he's aloof or doesn't care about the team as much. I mean, of course, that's the long-term perception about Westbrook. He's actually, for his on-court faults, he's probably one of the more popular guys, in the NBA. He's got a really, despite sometimes his, rancid demeanor a little bit on the court, he's actually a very affable guy that gets along with just about everybody. He's a really cool, really kind of cool, he's a cool dude, and you don't mind having him on your team, but it's just tough when he has the ball in his hands and you need the game-winning basket. Not necessarily the position you want to be in with Russell in that spot.
It's not really effort. It's pretty much what's between the ears with Westbrook. Right? He'll give you a honest effort. He works hard. He keeps his body in great shape. I think Father Time catches up to these players sooner in today's NBA with all these young players in there in their early 20s. That's really what's hurt them most has been the change in the NBA becoming a more younger and faster league.
Yep, and that was obviously one of the topics of discussion at the All-Star game. Maybe not so much on the telecast, but a lot of behind the scenes with executives, how to combat the situation with the with the players resting. It's also got to be disconcerting to the ownership, right? Paying
Oh,
all this money. We
I
already know.
we know,
Yeah,
I know what we're up to, and it's not. You're not going to. I mean, listen, it's not good for our industry, but I'm going to tell you right now, there will be a lockout, and it's going to. And if you want to remove guaranteed contracts, you're probably looking at anywhere between a 1 to 2 year lockout. That's I'm saying that.
oh yeah, no doubt about it.
And you have to. I think that owners, from the owner's perspective, to preserve this game, the integrity of this game, you're going to have to lock them out for 1 to 2 years to get rid of these guaranteed contracts. I know. I know what the industry we're in, but again, it doesn't help business. I would rather lose NBA for 2 years and get rid of these guaranteed contracts, because we know the years following will be great for our industry and our business.
Yeah, the landscape could change if they wanted the players. I think the players will actually lose, and I think that they'll have to cave in eventually. That may be what could reduce any type of labor situation that does occur. They won't want to, but they've been big long-term winners for such a while now that maybe there has to be some give and take. But that was obviously because a lot of discussion on what to do about that. Maybe it does end up, with a 68 game season type of thing and some type of more expanded playoffs. But again, when you got, you know, LeBron probably soon to leave the league. I know he's trying to, hang in there and try to get to play with his son. I guess that moment will probably come, but you just got to wonder where the players' union's head is really at this time going into that situation. So I think the owners will end up probably winning this one somehow. Otherwise, you're right. Otherwise, it's going to be an extended period of time that we will not have basketball. So that'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. It's all above my pay grade here at TonysPicks.com. Where I'm paid to win.
That's right. RSNs are failing as well, so there's a lot going into this next contract. And again, I think we will see the elimination of guaranteed contracts, but it'll come at a price of having not to see NBA for a while. But again, in the long term, it'll be better for the league. All right, Ramon, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Good job, Tony. Thanks. See you then.
Got Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We love you guys to be live with us and get the best numbers here when you get the plays from us. And, of course, compare notes. And, of course, join the conversation in our chat room. Evan is in there right now looking here in the site. A lot of information there. We're in overtime now with these Ducks and Panthers. Ducks took a 3-2 lead. Panthers tied it. And they're now in overtime here. Now we've got Boston now extend their lead 3-1 here against Ottawa. This game is near wrap-up, right? It is near wrap-up in this one here. 3-1 is the score between Boston and Ottawa. And we have 3 minutes, about 3:31 left to go in the game. All right, let's continue on here with Game Day Picks. It is now time for my play, as we'll go ahead and get the game card up for you right now. We're going here with TCU and Kansas tonight on ESPN. TCU, the 2-point favorite. Total sits here at 151. I'm going to be here on the road underdog here, Kansas plus the 2. I know a lot of these home teams have been winning and covering, but I don't like teams that are not defending. Defensive form is something I put a high tax on when I handicap these games. When you kind of look at this Horned Frogs team, they've lost 4 or 5, and a lot of it has been the defensive play, and it's not been pretty for them, giving up, 48% shooting to the opponents. And if you look at Jayhawks, a really good shooting team this year in the conference, 48, almost 49%, 36% from 3. On the road are the Kansas Jayhawks. So the road shooting has been very good, 49%, 36% from 3. That's enough for me to take the dog in this one. We know TCU, a 7-7 team in conference. They're not a very good 3-point shooting team, just 29%. They fed fairly well, but again, they're not. Their conference form is not matching up to the recent form. Recent form poor defensively here, so we'll be on Kansas here at plus the 2. All right, guys, check out TonysPicks.com. I have a 3-pack up there for you right now. 3 premium plays up on the board over on the site right now. And of course, I also have my best bet here from college basketball. It looks like Panthers have won the game with an overtime goal. I've seen a bunch of celebration, so it looks like they got the game-winning goal there. But anyway, we've got a best bet here from college hoops. My best bet's also part of my 3-pack, so don't buy them both. If you get my 3-pack, you'll get my best play from college basketball night with my two other premium plays in there. So that's your choice. Either buy the 3-pack or buy the best bet, but don't buy them both because the best bet is bundled into the 3-pack today. So go ahead and get signed up. Don't forget that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up on my page. Also, the long-term pass. We've talked about the long-term passes, guys. If the 1-month pass, I think, provides the best value because of how much college basketball and NCAA tournament and conference tournament coverage you get with that 1-month pass. When you use the promo code TonyT at checkout, you'll save $66 on my 1-month pass. Also on Ramon's and Mindy's pass as well, you'll save $66 if you get on board with that 1-month pass. That's the way to roll with them. If you want to do a Mindy and Ramon 2-for-1 capper promotion, we have that there as well. So you'll buy one at full price, one at 50% off when you get the 2-for-1 capper promotion. So keep an eye on that when you just click the 2-for-1 capper promotion, especially there up on our site. So pretty good value there where you can get on board with the cappers. 2-for-1 capper promotional special right now over at TonysPicks.com. All right, let's continue on here with the show. And let's see, did I hit 2-for-1? I thought that was 2-for-1 capper here. Let's see. All right, let's continue on here on the show. It'll be time to recap these plays, so time to recap the games. Let's put up the plays from today's show. We had Mindy on South Carolina State, Delaware State over 146.5. Ramon here is on Norfolk State minus 15 against Coppin State. I'll be on Kansas plus a 2 against TCU. All right, that's going to do it here for our show, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow here live at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Tony's Picks, and we'll get out the plays live for you for the Tuesday action. Be sure to like, subscribe, set notifications. You'll be live with us to get the best plays. Remember, we load tons of free picks on our channel. Lots of team versus team free picks from our cappers. Myself, Ramon, Mindy. We'll get Ben up there. We're going to get some more of our cappers here. We're putting a calendar together. I can break in some of the newer cappers you see on our site. That's the plan going forward. A lot of features happening here at TonysPicks.com. So keep tuning in and keep visiting our site. All right, that's gonna do it for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today's afternoon show. We're going to go ahead and wait goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on Game Day Picks.